Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's vlog, I thought I would talk about a bag that I have had a crush on for about 14 years now, and I finally bit the bullet and I finally got it after so long. And I'm talking about the Chanel Classic Flap in size small, and I got this vintage, and it is one of the best purchases I've made this year, I think. And I can't believe I have it actually, because I've wanted it for so long. I've wanted it since 2005, and actually back then I was really about to buy it. I was about to purchase a classic mini flap in, I think, a cream color, because I had wanted it in a cream color. But when I went to the store, I chickened out. I backed out because the amount was just so much. It seemed like such a big amount during that time. Back then, I was a model in Hong Kong. I was working as a model and I was living in Hong Kong, and it seemed like such a big amount to spend for a bag. And I had just started buying designer bags, and I think the only one I had was really the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in Damier Azur. And from that to Chanel, that was really such a big amount for me that I could not handle. And so I backed out, and I ended up buying a bag that was way cheaper, but then I never really got to use it. And looking back, it was such a waste. I should have just gone for the Chanel bag instead of buying something cheaper. I ended up buying Chloe Paddington mini, size mini, and as you know, the Chloe Paddington has not done very well. We don't see it anymore, and I think it has just disappeared from the face of the earth. And I had since sold that bag, and looking back, I should have just gone for the Chanel. It would have appreciated in value by now, which I knew nothing about back then. And yeah, so sad. But finally, after 14 years, I got my very own Chanel Classic Flap, the one that I really want. It's not in the cream color, but it's even better. It's in black lambskin leather, and it is just so beautiful. I got it off Fashionphile, and it did not come easy. I actually bought two other Chanel bags that were similar to this, but they were not quite what I wanted. The first one was a two-faced one, which was so funny. I'm gonna link the video here. It basically had two fronts. So it had a Chanel like this, and then the other side was also another Chanel, and it was called a two-faced bag. And I just felt so cheated when I got it. I was like, is this a fake? What had happened? And I did not, it was my fault completely, of course, because I did not check the photos. When I looked at the site, I thought they had made a mistake and they just put two fronts. But apparently, there's such a thing. There's such a thing as a two-faced bag, which was so confusing because it had two compartments, and you would not be able to tell the front from the back. And that was a very confusing bag. I sent it back right away. I did not want to keep it 1 second longer. I was just like, I don't want this in my life. And then the next Chanel purchase that I made from Fashionphile as well was when I went to the US, and I was like, this is the perfect time to buy a Chanel bag because I don't have to send it via my shopping box, which is the courier that I use from the US to the Philippines. And yeah, I bought it there. And another mistake, well, it didn't really say, but I thought it was this bag. It looked exactly like this, front and back, but the chain was so very short. Like, I don't know what they call that bag, but it was like super short. I thought, wait, let me show you. I thought it was like this short, like this short. And it wasn't like folded or anything, or it wasn't like tucked in inside. It was just really short. I think it was like another, like a limited edition kind of Chanel bag that looked like this, but you can just hold it like this, which is so impractical. And I kept tugging and pulling, and I was like, how come it won't get longer? And I was trying to pull it, and I realized that it was the way the bag was designed. Like, it's just meant to be held like this. Just so weird. I guess back then they wanted like different kinds of Chanel bags. And that got sent back right away, and yeah, now I have this one. The reason why I love this bag so much, apart from me wanting it for so long and finally getting it, this particular bag, because it is vintage, and as you know, vintage bags back then, if it were made like before the early 2000s, the CC or the Chanel is made of gold-plated hardware, and I think that has more value than the Chanel bags that are made today, because they are just gold toned. And I think this is just so well made for a 20-year-old bag. It looks immaculate. It looks beautiful. The leather is just so supple, and I think it's durable because it has lasted so long. And even the hardware looks so good. Like, there are hardly any scratches for a 20-year-old bag, and even the handle, everything looks beautiful. When I looked at the bag on Fashionphile, it actually said that it had these marks, and that kind of made the bag, I think, a bit cheaper because it had that mark. And I guess it was from storing it for so long. Maybe it was stored like this inside someone's closet, and it created that kind of, I don't know, indentation. But I really don't mind because the lambskin leather is just so supple, and you can hardly notice it, I think. And it has a little bit of a puff to it, which I love, because I've seen a lot of vintage bags that look very flat. They look, yeah, super flat, and this has some puff to it. I wanted it for so long, but I never really got the courage to spend for this, and I'm glad that I found it vintage, because then I got it for a steal. I mean, compared to going to a Chanel store and paying 250,000 pesos for a brand new one, close to 300 I think these days. I was able to buy this for around 150,000, and that, I think, was the price back then, back in 2005, when I really wanted it. And yeah, gosh, I should have just bought it back then, but no regrets because I have this one. I think she's really the perfect bag to add to my collection. Okay, so let's talk about this bag, shall we? Okay, so this is a Chanel classic flap in size small. This is bought vintage, and it was made circa 1990s, as Fashionphile said in the website. And it is made of gold-plated hardware. Like, the CC is gold-plated, and it has this beautiful strap that is adjustable. And this is the front of the bag. It kind of has like these indentations, but I really don't mind them because everywhere else it's still nice and puffy. And the back looks like this, and it has the pocket, of course, a classic pocket. And when you open the bag, you just twist this part and then open it like that, and you will see a flap, and that has like a safety button like that. And we have this zipper part over here, which you really can't put so many things, actually nothing. You can put your finger down here, but up here you can put some stuff, but I don't see myself using this part. And then we have this flap. When you open the bag, you have two flaps here where you can maybe put your lipstick or your receipts or your card holder, and just a big space inside. Well, not really, it's not that big, but you get the idea. You just have like a nice space there for your things, and that is how it looks. Measurements: the base length is 9.25 inches, the height is 5.75 inches, and the width is 2.5 inches. The drop of the strap is 9.25 inches if it's double like this, and if it's single, it's 17.25 inches. Sorry, I was just checking my phone just to be sure that I don't miss anything and I don't make a mistake. I'm so happy I got it in the lambskin. I was really thinking of the caviar leather, but the lambskin for this vintage bag is really beautiful. I think this is a classic, and I'll be able to wear this for years and years to come, maybe until I'm old and gray, until I'm 80. And I am so happy about this. I'm never letting this go, and I'm really going to take care of this. I'm just so happy to have this in my collection finally. I can't believe I waited this long, but I think it's worth it. It's worth the wait. It's worth the 14-year wait. Well, back then, it was more like quantity over quality for me. So I just wanted to get as many bags as I could get my hands on, or as many bags as I could afford. I would usually look at the sale items and kind of convince myself that I need those, or those are better than what I really want, and never make that mistake, guys. It never works. Looking back, I should have just gotten what I really wanted instead of spent all the money that I did on the sale items that just went to waste, really. I just ended up selling them, or I don't use them. They're just stuck in my closet, and they're not classic pieces. They don't appreciate in value, and I don't get to appreciate them. It's like the novelty of having a new item is gone, and yeah, you really kind of just end up using the items that you really love. I think to complete this video, I need to do some modeling shots to kind of show how this bag wears, where it sits on my body. Is that the correct way of saying it? You know what I mean. Okay, so let me show you how this bag sits on my body. So my height is 5'7", and yeah, let's do it double strap like this. If I wear it like this, it is really the perfect size, I think, for everyday wear to carry the essentials, and it just looks so good. So that's how it looks underneath my, put it underneath my arm for security, and yeah, looks good. And then now for the single strap, the longer strap, that's how it looks. I could try it crossbody like this, and I think it works. Still looks good, but it kind of sits a little bit high on me as compared to other crossbodies which are over here, but I don't mind it because it still looks good. For that added security, at least you get to hold your bag more. You can also wear it like this, like a single strap like this, and it looks perfect as well. I love how this looks. It just looks so classic. Yeah, it's not too long, which is what I love, and I think it suits my frame. So yeah, that's how it looks, and I'm just so happy about it. Okay, so last but not least, I think I should show you what can fit inside this bag. So of course, this is in the small size, so I guess you can only fit the essentials, which I'm okay with. These days, everyone is using small bags anyway, so yeah, it's good to kind of whittle down to the essentials. So I have my big bag here with me. And this is from Kuyana, and I use this all the time. I've had this bag for about 5 years now, and it still looks in great condition. And this is not the bag that I'm showing, actually. I'm just showing you this bag because I used it yesterday. So I'm gonna get my stuff from here. So let's start with my wallet, my favorite wallet of all time, which I've featured in so many of my videos. I'm just so happy about this wallet. It's called the Aryan wallet, and it just fits so much in here. I'm happy about this wallet. Such a great purchase. Put that in here like this. So that already takes up a lot of space. Next, we have my planner, which I bring with me everywhere I go. It's my weekly planner from Moleskine, and every year I just buy a new one in this size because I bring it with me everywhere. So I put it here, there, so it's kind of filled the bag already, and I just have this space here to fill my stuff. It's actually kind of bulky already. My external charger, external battery charger doesn't really fit like this, and if I add it here, it can't really fit. So maybe I'll remove the planner and just put this one instead because I need this more. Okay, so I've decided to put it like that. So I have here 3 of my favorite of all time makeup products that I've actually used on my face right now. This is by Sunny's Face. This is Milkshake, which I use on my cheeks and lips. And then this is MAC Honey Love, which is one of my favorite shades of all time, and I just put it over this one. And for my brows, I use this one, K Palette, and I just use it for my brows. These are actually just the 3 products that I use for my face every day. I stopped using foundation. I stopped using everything else because I just want to keep things simple, and it has worked so well for me, and I think I look younger with less makeup. So yeah, that's what people tell me anyway. Just put these 3 in here. So put it in here. This one has to lie down. Yeah, so I have that. I have my phone here, which is the iPhone XS, and gosh, I hope it can fit. The bag is kind of deformed, like you can't really close this part anymore as much as I try, so I don't want to push it. Maybe I'll just hold my phone there, and let's see if this will close. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even want to close. It will. There. So I was able to close it, but it looks very busog. This is really so full. Like, I know this is like I've stuffed it to the brim, and I don't really want to stuff it anymore because it might deform the bag or cause it to break. I don't know. I don't want to do that to this 20-year-old bag. So I have my phone here, which I won't be putting in my bag. I'll probably just hold it, which is what I usually do anyway. I hold my phone and just take random photos of stuff. So yeah, I can't fit my vlogging camera. I can't fit anything else. Maybe something slim for this part, because there is a bit of space here. So it has to be like, it has to be an item that's like small and can fit this part. That's it. Okay, so lesson learned for me, and a tip for all of you watching: if you love something, then buy that. Don't settle for something that's on sale or something cheaper or something that you think can probably fill that hole or that void in your life. Not really, that's too deep. Or something that will fill the need for the specific bag that you want. Don't do it. Don't fall for those sale items, because they can never be what you truly want. I think if you invest and just spend a little more on what you really want, then it'll save you a lot of money in the long run, because you won't be buying all those sale items that you think will probably be as good as what you want. It never will. It never will, I assure you. And it has taken me 14 years to know that, to learn that lesson. And I am just so happy to have this. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to share with you my latest purchase and my best purchase, I think, of this year. I am just so happy. I'm overjoyed. I am just over the moon ecstatic that I have my Chanel classic flap in size small, vintage. And I have it finally in my life, and after so long. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what bag you've wanted for so long that you've never bought, or you're still pining over for so many years. What bag is it, and why won't you buy it? That's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more bag reviews, more luxury purchases, and travel vlogs. See you guys in my next video. Bye!